Imagine a world where time is not just a ticking clock, but a portal to infinite possibilities. Welcome to the realm of four-dimensional thinking, where past, present, and future dance together. Dimensions are a scientific concept, but this knowledge connects with spiritual teachings about higher realms and interconnection. We are here to make the bridge between both. So why is it essential to think in four dimensions? What does it mean for your everyday life? And how can you master this mindset and transform the way you navigate the world? The universe wants you to know and learn this secret, so keep watching. Length, width, and height. These are what we call the traditional three dimensions, and they're what we use to describe the physical space around us. So when you're measuring how tall you are or how wide a room is, you're working in three dimensions. But with the advent of Einstein's theory of relativity, time was elevated to the status of one-quarter dimension, intertwining with space to form the unity space-time. In Einstein's words, time and space are modes by which we think, are not conditions in which we live. What he means by this quote is that time and space are not separate entities but rather fundamental aspects of human perception and understanding of reality. They are tools of thought that help us survive in this world, but not immutable frameworks dictating existence. In other words, after the theory of relativity, the concept of time as a linear progression can be seen as an illusion, at least in physics terms. But how does this mind-blowing theory challenge our everyday perception of reality? One common perception is that time is absolute, right? But Einstein's theory of relativity revealed that time is relative to the observer's frame of reference. This means that time can appear to pass differently for observers in different states of motion or gravitational fields. The concept of time dilation has practical implications, such as in GPS technology, but it also connects with the psychological time, the way you feel time inside yourself. Do you ever notice how time seems to pass slowly when you feel sad or rush in a minute, when you are excited? The recognition that perception of time is not absolute but contingent on our relative state of motion has profound implications for the understanding of the self and our place in the universe. Einstein's notion of space-time as a unified entity challenged our intuitive understanding of space and time as separate and independent dimensions with its own set of rules and properties by merging space and time into a single continuum. The theory of relativity provided a new framework for understanding the cosmos, one that reveals the connected nature of everything in the universe, including what we view as separate as time and space. This has led to new insights beyond physics and goes into the nature of human perception, social dynamics, and cultural phenomena. This breakthrough theory also opened the door to the exploration of higher dimensional spaces beyond the familiar three dimensions. While these additional dimensions may not be directly perceptible to our senses, they play a crucial role in theoretical physics. What we will see further in this video is how this scientific explanation connects with ancient cultures and sources of spirituality about the existence of realms beyond human perception. The fourth dimension brought not only scientific discoveries, but also sparked philosophical debates about the nature of reality, the concept of time, and the relationship between the physical world and human consciousness. These insights challenge us to contemplate fundamental questions about the nature of existence and our place in the cosmos. For physicists, the exploration of higher dimensions offers an opportunity to unify the fundamental forces of nature and reconcile the inconsistencies between quantum mechanics and general relativity. In theories like string theory, the existence of higher dimensions provides a mathematical framework to describe the behavior of subatomic particles and the fundamental forces that govern their interactions. But higher dimensions are not new. It is an old idea in human civilization and spirituality. Higher dimensions are those beyond normal perception of human senses and the material world. These higher planes of existence are inhabited by enlightened beings, divine entities, or souls on a journey of evolution and awakening. In Hinduism, the concept of higher dimensions is present in its cosmology. The ancient scriptures such as the Vedas and Upanishads describe a multi-layered universe consisting of different locus worlds and dimensions. Practices such as yoga, meditation, and devotion, bhakti, are employed to elevate consciousness and attain realization of one's divine nature, transcending the limitations of the physical body and ascending to higher dimensions of existence. In Buddhism, higher dimensions are explored through the lens of meditative insight and mindfulness. The concept of nirvana represents the ultimate liberation from suffering and rebirth. Transcending the cycle of samsara, the cycle of birth and death through practices such as insight, meditation, and concentration. Practitioners aim to develop heightened awareness and penetrate the layers of delusion that obscure the true nature of reality. By realizing the impermanent, interconnected, and empty nature of life, seekers can awaken to higher dimensions of consciousness and experience the bliss of enlightenment. Indigenous spiritualities around the world often incorporate the concept of higher dimensions into their cosmologies and ceremonial practices. For example, among the indigenous peoples of the Americas, the concept of the upper world represents a realm inhabited by ancestral spirits, deities, and cosmic forces. Ceremonies such as vision quests, sweat lodge rituals, and shamanic journeys are used to access higher dimensions of consciousness and commune with the spirit world. In these traditions, the interconnectedness of all beings and the recognition of the sacredness of all life are central to guide individuals on their spiritual journey. In the new spirituality, the concept of higher dimensions is often interpreted in a more esoteric and metaphysical context. New Age teachings propose the existence of multiple dimensions or planes of reality beyond the physical, each vibrating at different frequencies of energy. Practices such as channeling, crystal healing, and energy work are used to raise one's vibrational frequency and access higher dimensions of consciousness. Concepts such as ascension, soul evolution, and the awakening of dormant spiritual abilities are explored as individuals seek to expand their awareness and align with higher states of being. But what are the other changes of perception you can master to see the world through the lenses of the four dimensions? Many spiritual traditions emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings. They teach that everything in the universe is interconnected and part of a greater whole. This interconnectedness can be seen as a sort of spiritual space-time where all events and entities are linked in a web of relationships, just as the curvature of space-time manifests as gravity, a force that binds celestial bodies and shapes the dynamics of the universe. The interconnectedness of all beings gives rise to a spiritual force that binds together reality itself. By this understanding, we are not separate entities isolated in the universe, but rather integral parts of a greater whole, a web of life in which every being is interconnected and interdependent. The spiritual concept of interconnectedness extends beyond human beings to encompass all living creatures, plants, animals, and even the earth itself. Indigenous wisdom teachings, for example, emphasize the interconnectedness of all living beings and the importance of living in harmony with the natural world. According to these traditions, every plant, animal, and element of nature possesses its own unique spirit and consciousness and is deserving of reverence and respect. Moreover, the recognition of interconnectedness includes the realms of energy and consciousness. It fosters an approach to life without duality and towards the concept of oneness. Oneness is the recognition that we are all expressions of the same divine essence, interconnected and inseparable from one another. This oneness is not merely an abstract idea, but a lived reality that can be experienced directly through practices such as meditation, prayer, and contemplation. In our everyday life, it inspires compassion towards others, humans and living beings, and can be moral and ethical guidance for the collective. In essence, spirituality teaches us that we are not isolated individuals navigating the world alone, but integral parts of a vast and interconnected web of life. By embracing this awareness, you can cultivate a sense of empathy, compassion, and reverence for all living beings and work together to core a more harmonious and compassionate world. While time is a fundamental aspect of our physical reality, spirituality often deals with concepts of timelessness and eternity. In some spiritual teachings, there is a belief in a timeless realm, beyond the idea of a linear time. This realm is sometimes connected with higher dimensions or states of consciousness where past, present, and future are experienced as one. But what are the implications for this thought in your life? One of the central tenets of spiritual understanding is the notion that our true essence transcends the limitations of time and space, that at our core we are eternal beings, timeless and infinite. The belief in a timeless realm offers solace and hope in the face of the impermanence and transience of life. It reminds us that while our physical bodies may be subject to the passage of time, our essence, our soul spirit or divine spark, is eternal and unchanging. So every time you feel overwhelmed by insecurities and lack of self-love, remember the eternity that lies inside you. The realization of this timeless dimension of existence is seen as the ultimate goal of the spiritual journey, a state of enlightenment or liberation in which the individual transcends the limitations of ego and merges with the eternal essence of the cosmos. As the grip of the ego loosens, seekers may experience moments of profound insight and awakening glimpses of the timeless dimension of existence beyond thoughts, emotions, and perceptions. In these moments of clarity, the boundaries of the self dissolve and the individual realizes their essential nature as pure consciousness without the constraints of time or space. Four-dimensional thinking also gives rise to the cyclical nature of time, a view that time moves in spirals, repeating patterns and cycles throughout eternity, in an eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In this cyclical view of time, the rhythms of nature and the cosmos mirror the largest cycles of existence, echoing the interconnectedness and interdependence of all things. Just as the seasons follow a cyclical pattern of birth, growth, decay, and renewal, so too do the cycles of life unfold in a continuous loop of creation, destruction, and regeneration. The belief in the cyclical nature of time invites us to recognize the eternal recurrence of patterns and themes throughout our lives and the world around us. It suggests that every ending is also a new beginning, and that the cycles of life and death are integral parts of the larger cosmic dance of creation and renewal. Science looks in outer space in searching for answers about the universe. Spirituality goes the other way. So to think in four dimensions in spiritual terms, you should start the inner journey. The inner journey is a sacred pilgrimage of self-discovery and expanded consciousness, an exploration of the depths of your being. It is a journey that transcends the boundaries of the physical world, guiding you through your thoughts, emotions, and soul to awaken to the fullness of your potential and the interconnectedness of all life. There are various practices that can facilitate the expansion of consciousness and support your inner journey. One of the key practices is meditation. It is a powerful tool for cultivating expanded consciousness by quieting the mind and turning inward. You can access deeper states of awareness and connect with your inner guidance. Choose a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Sit on a cushion or chair with your back straight and your hands resting comfortably on your lap. Decide on a duration for your meditation session. Start with a shorter time like 5 or 10 minutes and gradually increase it as you become more comfortable with the practice. Close your eyes gently and take a few deep breaths to relax your body. Release any tension you may be holding in your muscles, starting from your head and working down to your toes. Bring your attention to your breath as it flows in and out of your body. As you continue to breathe, thoughts may arise in your mind. Instead of getting caught up in them, simply observe without judgment and gently bring your focus back to your breath. Each time your mind wanders gently, guide it back to the present moment. As you practice meditation, you may notice moments of stillness and peace arising within you. Allow yourself to rest in this stillness, letting go of the need to do or achieve anything. Simply be present with whatever arises in your experience. Another practice you can add in your inner journey is mindfulness. This is almost the same as meditation, but you can bring the practice to your daily life. When you do your ordinary tasks, at its core, mindfulness is about attention to the present moment without judgment or attachment. It encourages you to become fully present to your experiences, thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, allowing you to meet them with kindness and compassion. This attitude of radical acceptance allows you to embrace the full spectrum of human experience with grace. Formal mindfulness is meditation as explained above. But you can integrating the practice into your everyday activities and routines. Whether you're eating a meal, washing the dishes, or walking in nature, you can bring mindful awareness to your actions, thoughts, and sensations, fostering a deeper sense of presence and connection to the richness of life unfolding in the here and now. For example, mindful eating involves bringing full attention to the experience of eating, savoring the flavors, textures, and aromas of each bite without distraction or judgment. Mindful walking invites you to bring awareness to the sensations of movement in your body. As you take each step, grounding you in the present moment, take in mind that every activity and practice that puts you closer with your inner universe helps you understand the mysteries of the outer universe. So practice, be open to experience, and remember this is a lifelong journey. We are talking about the fourth dimension. But what this idea brings to us is the possibility of much more infinite realms beyond our perception. Our mission is evolve step by step. Thinking in four dimensions, reshape your perception of reality towards the understanding of interconnection, unity, and compassion. Remember that growth and transformation take time. So be patient with yourself and trust in the process. Keep pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and never stop believing in your ability to achieve greatness. I invite you to share your experiences with thinking in four dimensions. Have you noticed a shift in your mindset or perspective? Since implementing these ideas, your stories and insights can inspire others in their journeys. If this video speaks to your heart, consider being part of our community on Patreon and help us in our mission. I believe inner transformation can lead to collective shifts towards a better future. For us, all 4D thinking can teach us how to achieve that. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let's take the first step together.